Hello, one and all. This is Wolfstar Gaming. It's Anton, and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time, we got to take a sort of a break of sorts. But in the midst of taking a break, we did get into a bit of a discussion with Juna, and afterwards, we also got into a discussion between Mizuka and Kaito, and now we're here back in the station at Uchugaoka Park. I think I was pronouncing it wrong before. I think it's Uchugaoka Park, not Gaoka. So, let's see what's gonna be happening here.
おーい、いるんでしょ? ちょっと出てきてくれないかな?
Once you're made aware of her existence, there's no putting her back in the box. Sort of like a Pandora's box in a way. That's why it pisses me off so much. It's too late to wish I'd never noticed her. A little bit, yeah. No matter how much we try to stay out of each other's way, ultimately, she's still there. No pretending changes that. Very, very true.
それは、アイリンに話してるんでしょうか?
I am. Hello, Airi. I hear her voice. As long as my phone droid isn't in sleep mode, I can hear Airi's voice even if I can't see her. It actually gives me the chills. While she's an AI who just roams around intermittently in IRUO, she seems to only really talk to us here at the station? Is that right? Or am I thinking about that wrong? Maybe she can talk to us in other places as well, not just here. I mean, it'll make the most sense. As far as I'm concerned, it wouldn't be surprised if something like this got treated as a virus and erased.
アイリちゃんさ、聞きたいことがあるんだけど。
お兄ちゃんってまた呼んでもいいですか?
Her voice is so cute. I'm really wondering if I've heard this voice actress before or not. I might have. I've played a fair share of games that have just Japanese voices.
勝手にしてよ。
じゃあ、お兄ちゃん。
Hi! I love that she just kind of popped up into the frame like that. That was really cute. Aw. Her joyful tone kind of irks me. Why? Why does it irk you, Kaito?
お兄ちゃんがまた話してくれるなんて、アイリは嬉しいです。お話とは何でしょう? お天気の話ですか?
She does seem to be our little meteorologist. It's like we could talk about the weather, but I'm sure Kaito wants to talk to her about other things.
明日、7月12日の鹿児島県種子島・屋久島地方のお天気は
She even has the hand movements to be a meteorologist.
天気の話はいい。
Yeah, I figured.
そうですか。
Aw, that makes Heidi sad. Heidi is very sad. I think that's about as high as my voice can go.
君さ、さっき慰霊商店にいたでしょ。
はい。
Yeah, we saw her very briefly. She admitted to it? She has nothing to hide.
最近はお兄ちゃんに連れられてあちこち行きました。
I bet you have.
学校とか旧空港とか慰霊商店とかお兄ちゃんのお家とかです。
Of course, also our house. Yeah, I imagine that over the years that with a lot of people using IRUO, that ID has been just roaming around, looking through the eyes, per se, of different people, and to see what's around Tanegashima, and trying to learn the place, and learn about people.
なんだか遠足みたいで楽しかったです。
Oh, field trip. You can call it that, sure. Her words are so innocent that they sound like they're from a grade schooler's summer vacation diary. I mean, she looks rather young, so grade schooler I'd say is on the nose.
つまり、ずっと俺についてきてたってこと？
ついていったんじゃなくて、関連付けされているんです。
Exactly.
関連付け？
Oh, come on, Kaito.
レポートファイルにです。
The report file. I thought she was going to say IRUO. But I guess she would be also tethered to the report file as well.
Huh?
She's attached to the report file? What's that supposed to mean? She's got to be talking about the Kimijima report from the other day. And wait, where did that power mark disappear to? I don't see it through IRUO.
まさか俺のポケコンにレポートが移動した？
I mean, that's how we were able to read it in the first place.
はい、そうなるみたいです。
本気で言ってる？あれってオリジナルデータなの？それをクリックしただけで移動しちゃうの？コピーじゃなく？
I thought that was obvious.
はい。
She looks lost. Aw. It's like her lost look is just too cute. I'm guessing she doesn't understand. Time to call out Geji-ne. Okay, I kind of just want Heidi to keep going, but if we need Geji-ne to further things along better, I guess. ID is a little more cuter. I tap on the ID displayed on my phone droid for a few seconds. And she did say that it kind of tickles. And
アクセスを確認しました。
completely changes.
ゲジネモードに移行します。
今までの話は聞いてた？
把握しています。
Okay. So even when Heidi is just being herself, Geji-ne is, I guess, aware of what's going on and knows everything that, Airi and Kaito have been talking about so far.
で、コピーじゃなく移動って本当？
はい、カット&ペーストとなります。
レポートに関連付けられてた愛梨ちゃんは？
ヤシオさんのポケコンに移動しました。
Oh. So, okay, so she has been completely transferred over to Kaito's phone droid. So can she not show up on any other phone droid now? I mean, I assume so.
マジか、聞いてないよ。
This feels like one big trap. I really should have just walked away after Geji-ne told me the password. Except you didn't, Kaito. You decided to stick around because your curiosity got the better of you.
レポートファイルのすべてに愛梨が関連付けられています。イルをマッピング中でのアノテーションに限定した場合、該当レポートファイル設置地点から半径 109.3 メートルの範囲内を愛梨は移動可能です。
That's a pretty large radius.
俺がレポートファイルを持ったまま移動した場合は？
レポートファイルの場所は GPS により追跡されています。移動した場合、該当の愛梨も同じように移動します。
Okay. So basically, Airi is being dragged along by the file in my possession, meaning she's stuck to me. Well, I wouldn't exactly say stuck, but okay. In that case, I gotta remove this girl or app from my phone droid ASAP. Remove this girl. Otherwise, Airi will be visible in my phone droid 24/7. I mean, what exactly is the problem with that? Plus, I don't think I can handle hearing her voice at all times. In class, when I'm asleep, in the bathroom. That would be a little bit of an invasion of privacy. With it being in the bathroom, I can understand that. Definitely. In class, that would be a problem. Especially if others can hear her. When he's asleep, that... I mean, she could be his alarm clock.
レポートファイルを移動させたい。方法を教えてよ。
通常のアプリと同じ操作で実行可能です。
Oh, okay. Just as easy as that, really?
ホーム画面に表示されているレポートファイルナンバー1のアイコンを操作してください。コピー、カット、ペースト、削除ができます。
オリジナルデータなら削除できちゃまずいんじゃない？誰が手に入れるかわからなかったのに。
That's a really good question, actually.
パスワードによるプロテクトがかかっていました。ゲストユーザーはファイルを削除できません。
Guests cannot delete it. Since Kaito, I should say, got the password from Airi, is he now considered an admin and not a guest? So he would be able to delete it, right?
ああ、そうだったよ、そうだった。
I was only able to access it because, for some reason, Airi gave me the password. This really feels like a setup.
俺が誤って消しちゃったらどうするの？
I'm wondering that too.
削除した場合、ID およびゲジネームも削除されます。
Okay. I don't really want that to happen.
やっぱりそうなるよね。
Yeah. Apparently there are other IDs, so I don't really mind deleting her. But I hesitate since it's the original data. Yeah. I would hesitate too. I mean, there may be other IDs, but this is the original ID, right? I mean, it would be like reformatting your console and having it go back to its original default settings. I mean, this thing is like Kimijima Ko's last will and testament. That is true. Do you really want to get rid of that, Kaito? It'd leave a bad taste in my mouth if I just got rid of it. Which means I should just return it to its original location instead. You should be able to do that easily too.
ペーストする場合はどうやるの？
イルを起動中にドラッグすれば好きな場所に貼り付けられます。
Drag. Computer lingo for one way of maneuvering the mouse. Moving files by holding down the mouse cursor. Like, what? What was that noise? It's like we should all know what drag means. I don't think it was really necessary to get a tip for that, but okay.
コピーしたら愛梨ちゃんも2人になる？
Double the ID and double the cuteness. It would be now I'm thinking of like the old double mint commercials.
いいえ、オリジナルのレポートファイルの移動にIDは引きずられます。
Will only follow the original report file. Okay.
コピーにはついていきません。
There would be really no reason to have more than one ID active at a time then. Then perfect. That's settled. It is. I search for the file on my phone droid, simultaneously launch IRUO, and drag the file out. Okay.
レポートファイルナンバー1はドラッグされた場所に移動しました。
Okay. Just that simple.
位置情報、北緯30度40分、東経130度90分。
よしと。
And that's a wrap. See you later, everyone. No, I'm kidding. Now I don't have to drag an AR girl around with me wherever I go. I feel like I've been exorcised of an evil spirit or something. Why would you equate a cute little AI girl like Heidi to an evil spirit of all things? It's like sometimes I just can't believe Kaito's thought process.
ちなみに愛梨ちゃんさ、変なウイルスのキャリアになってたりしないよね。レポートにアクセスする人間に片っ端からウイルスを伝染してるとかやめてくれよ。タチが悪すぎる。
I mean, that wouldn't be good. I take it.
該当するアイリおよびゲジネーについては、自己診断によりウイルス感染は確認されていません。
I figured there wouldn't be a virus. I mean, she's an AI. With any viruses, she would be notified right away of anything harmful that could, destroy her.
だったら一安心。
Assuming Geji-ne isn't lying. It's like Geji-ne, I don't think would lie. Do AIs even lie? I'm trying to think of the times where I've seen in fiction if AIs have lied. And maybe in AI Artificial Intelligence, the movie, with Haley Joel Osment. It's been a long time since I've watched the movie, so I don't really remember, but I think in that movie there were a couple of times where Haley Joel Osment's character would lie. Nah. What a stupid question. Maybe I'm unconsciously treating Heidi like a human being since she can't talk like a human. But since she can talk like a human. There are all sorts of apps just like this. They're pretty popular even. I've bought a few in the past, but I'd always get tired of them after like a week. Anyhow, I hold my finger down on Heidi's face. Yes, bring her back to normal, please.
ゲジネーを終了します。
Is Geji-ne ticklish too? And... back to being Heidi.
お兄ちゃん、お天気知りたいですか？それとも、これでお別れですか？
I mean, you just told me the weather, though. Like an on-off switch, she's back to normal. Her tone and expression are kind of sad and lonely looking. I much prefer her like this, to be honest. She certainly knows how to pander. I mean, she may be an AI, but she's as cute as a button. And we've only just begun to get to know her. But I won't be fooled. Plenty of other apps do this too. What other apps pander to people's needs? I can't think of a single app. Plus, I have more important business. I asked her about the one other thing I wanted to confirm.
アイリちゃんさ、ミサ姉のこと知ってる？
I have a feeling that she does.
ミサネって何ですか？
Right, she wouldn't know Misane's nickname. It's like, you need to give her her real name.
人の名前、瀬宮美咲。
There we go.
ミサキのことなら知ってます。お友達です。
I knew it.
へえ。
Mizuka-san was telling the truth. Why would Mizuka lie about that? I mean, she was very forthcoming about the information that she gave.
最近あった？
いいえ、ミサキは今のお兄ちゃんみたいに 愛梨のことを置いていっちゃいました。
Oh, I hope Misane will come back at some point so Airi can say hello to her again. I'm sure Airi misses her.
何それ、皮肉？だとしたら随分高度な AI だな。
I mean, it sounds like sarcasm.
愛梨は頭はいい方です。
For reasons beyond me, she looks happy. Oh, she's very happy. It's these oddly human bits of hers that make me mad.
ミサ姉とは一緒に遊んだりしたわけ？
お話をしてくれました。
I bet she talked to you a lot, right?
その日、学校であったことやお友達の話が多かったです。水香、恵子、光彦、雄一、芽衣、高見。
Okay, there's a few other names here. Other than Mizuka and Michi. Mitsuhi. No, in Japanese it would be pronounced Mitsuko, not Mitsuhiko. So I wonder if we're going to meet these other people at all. I kind of get the feeling not, but you never know.
アキホの話もよく聞きました。カイトとゲームをした話もしていました。
She would talk about Akiho and Kaito to Airi. It's like kind of another way to get to know Kaito. At least when he was like young anyway, I guess.
俺のことも？
美咲はいつもお兄ちゃんをゲームでコテンパンにしていると言ってました。ですよね。
How she bodied you in games? I'm a little confused. And that just sounds kind of wrong. It's like the image I'm having is not a good one.
ですよ。
Why did she have to bring up my childhood trauma? Or is this something else besides his slow-mo? Yeah, it's true that Misane used to body me at games when I was a kid. So, what exactly do they mean by body me? I'm not used to hearing this, so I don't exactly know what they mean by saying that. But you know, I'd get so happy when I did win that I'd jump all over the place. Now's not the time to go on a trip down memory lane. No time for nostalgia, Kaito?
他にはミサ姉と何してた？
お話ばっかりです。どこかに遊びに行くことはなかったです。
Really? Never went anywhere together? That's kind of surprising.
どんな話？
さっき言いましたよ。その日、学校であったことやお友達の話、カイトの話。
それじゃ普通すぎる。
While that may sound too ordinary, you know, she's an AI. Any information that she's given, she'll take as information well worth hearing. I mean, any AI you talk to will just keep learning. So the more information you give, the more she'll know about not just the person she's talking to, but the people that she's talking about to the AI.
普通すぎない友達とはどんな友達ですか?
I mean, yes.
いや、それは、ねえ。
Kaito's a little at a loss here. I feel like the fact that Airi is such a unique existence is itself not ordinary. But as far as she's told me, they only chatted like friends would. Did Misune really treat this AI app like an actual friend? It sure sounds like it. It's like, I would. Didn't Mizuka-san say something along those lines? She did, didn't she?
愛理はミサと友達だった。
Yeah. She kind of hesitated when she said that, though. So, did Misune consider Airi more of a friend than her, friends from school? I wonder. When I mentioned Kimijima Ko's name, Mizuka-san looked deeply worried. I thought maybe something had happened. Something serious? Yeah, I got that feeling too.
じゃあ、君島こうは何者なの?
この前、ゲジネが説明しました。
愛理ちゃんにとってはどんな人だったわけ?
マスターはマスターです。愛理はマスターの手で生み出されました。
I kind of figured that, that Kimijima created her. Master, huh? So, is he sort of like her father? Yes. I wonder what it must feel like to be chained to your father's will for 10 years. Ah, crap. Not again. I'm letting her human-like appearance drive my thoughts. She's just an AI. Thinking about this is pointless. AIs don't have feelings, they're just digital beings. You don't really know that, Kaito. That AIs don't have feelings. I'm just thinking of another AI from a different game, and that AI did have feelings. So, I beg to differ.
でもなんで君島こうはここにレポートを置いたんだろう?
That's a good question. I mean, he kind of had it hidden away. And it was Airi that managed to get Kaito to come and discover it. But still, for what purpose? It's like we kind of got that answered, but not really. So I do kind of wonder why Kimijima Ko left this report here. I mean, while it is like a will and testament, it it also kind of outlines, the future, what the future entails, but very vaguely. So I guess he wanted to warn someone, and I guess Kaito was, the best person to discover it. Or at least the best person for Airi to lead him to here to find it. Even 10 years ago, this place was already an abandoned mess. There's no way he was expecting anyone to come here. I kinda doubt that. So maybe he didn't want the file to be very visible? I mean, he did kind of put it in an odd spot, but it was still pretty visible. I mean, it was a bright light. But even then, this is a pretty lackluster hiding spot. I'd have to agree with that, actually. Since it's abandoned, there's pretty much no security. Why are we getting static all of a sudden? I can hear the fax-like sound again. It's extremely faint. But thanks to the quietness of this nighttime park, as long as I keep my breathing to a minimum, I can hear it. What the hell is it? This whole building is full of mysteries. It sure is. I kind of assume that there's a lot of things to unearth in Uchugaoka Park. If I don't get to the bottom of this, I'll never be able to game here in peace. Especially when it comes to what's at the bottom of those stairs. What could it be? So what's at the bottom of the stairs?
やっぱりこの先はやばいって。
Oh, before I do go any further... Oh, I can't bring up my phone droid. Never mind. I was gonna check Tweepo. The staircase leads down to the first floor of the building. I stand in front of it and can't help but groan. What is it? It's impossible to see down there. There are plenty of pitch black spots on the island, but this feels different.
お兄ちゃんは暗いのは嫌いですか?
He doesn't hate the dark, no.
暗いだけじゃなくて不気味なんだって。
So Kaito can easily get like the heebie-jeebies?
わかりました。嫌いというより怖いんですね。
Maybe a little bit? Kaito? I mean, I guess she's right, but still.
この下って何があるの?
変なものです。
Something weird, like... What kind of weirdness are we talking about here, Airi?
は?
ピピープー。
She made the sound that Juna had made before. That beep boop boo, that sound. She didn't do the whole sound, but she said a part of it.
っていう音を出してます。
That's close enough, yeah. Yeah. This should be very familiar to you, Kaito. The dial tone. Yeah, that damn AOL dial tone. So the cause of that sound is down there?
誰かがいたりする?
Someone or something?
いないと思います。
何そのと思いますって、いる時もあるってこと?
わかんないです。
What's with these endlessly vague answers? Maybe she doesn't know for sure? Maybe that's why they're vague answers?
今はいる? いない?
いないと思います。
Yeah, Heidi doesn't sound confident. She doesn't really know. Does she? Whatever. I take a deep breath, steel my resolve, and step toward the darkness. Top tier sound effects there. I reach the bottom of the stairs. Once I reach the bottom of the stairs, I can hear a low frequency machine-like sound. It's a wee bit different from the dial-up tone. Just a wee bit?
お兄ちゃんは探検が好きなんですか?
Not normally, I take it. My nose is feeling irritated, probably from all the dust. Not to mention there's a super strong stench. Is it the stench of darkness? I really hope there aren't any dead rats or cats laying around. Oh, that wouldn't be pleasant at all.
What?
What happened? I almost trip over some junk and fall on my face. Oh. It's like, careful there, Kaito!
危ねえ。
危ないんですか? 何がです?
Heidi doesn't understand.
アイリちゃんってこういう暗闇状態だと普通の人間と同じように何にも見えなくなっちゃうわけ?
屋内だと見えないです。
You can't see when you're inside?
どういうこと?
Yeah, what does she mean?
アイリの目は色を使っていますので。
Right. So, only through IRUO can she see what's going on. That makes a lot of sense.
色でマッピングされているところならアイリも見えますけど。
Okay. So if there isn't an area that's mapped by IRUO, then she can't see what's around her. Right?
屋内だと何にも見えません。
Okay. Yeah, and the inside of a building wouldn't necessarily be mapped. So it's more like when IRUO is being used like outside then. But then again, she showed up on IRUO in the in Mizuka's store. So how does that exactly make sense? It's true that the virtual world viewer installed an IRUO, but no. There's a typo here. Right? It's true that the virtual world viewer installed in IRUO doesn't map the insides of buildings. Oh, for a second there I thought there was a typo. If that function is utilized as her eyes, then it's no surprise that Airi becomes blind.
ってことは、この強度感の中でも何にも見えてないってこと？
はい。
使えないな。
I end up relying on my own vision and the weak light from the phone droid to proceed.
あいだ!
Careful, Kaito!
何が開きましたか?
I hit a dead end in the path and literally smashed my face against a wall. Yeah, that would hurt a little bit. I lit up the area in front of me as I rubbed my aching nose. That's when I realized it's not a wall. Yeah, that doesn't exactly look like a wall, does it? Looks more like it's a door with like a touch panel on it.
ドアだ。
Wait, is it? It looks like it to me. Yeah, that is definitely a door. Also, I am not controlling the light. I don't see any knobs on this metal object. But it also looks way too out of place to be a wall in an abandoned building like this. This one spot looks brand new. The, what looks like a touch screen.
愛理ちゃん、この中入れる？
この中とはどこですか?
Yeah, it's like you have to be more specific, Kaito.
愛理にはお兄ちゃんが何をしているか見えていないです。
Oh, that's right. Does that mean even Airi has never been inside here before? Possibly? Well, either way, how am I gonna get in? There's nowhere to hold on to. Plus, I don't even know if I'm supposed to push, pull, or slide the thing. I tried pushing it to start with, but it doesn't budge. I then lightly strike it with my hand. It doesn't sound very thin. It sounded like solid metal. One of the windows on the first floor was sealed with a metal plate. Judging by the relative location, this might be that room. That room? What room? I'm a little confused. Given how tightly it was sealed up, getting in from the outside is no good, which means this has to be it. Maybe I should summon Geji-ne and ask her? Can I even find Airi in this darkness? I mean, it's worth a try. Ah.
パスワード。
Okay, what looks like a touchscreen has a password to it. Through IRUO again. Would it be the same password that ID gave us before for the report? Or would this take a different password, I wonder? A geotag in plain sight. If I put in the right password, the door will open? I mean, that would be my guess too. This sure seems like a familiar situation. Back then, Geji-ne gave me the password without having to ask for it. One that definitely wasn't supposed to leak. Part of me was hoping she'd do the same thing again, but she stays silent. You know what? I got nothing to lose. Let's try the password from the other day. I mean, it's worth a shot. I believe it was Hidden Hand. Yeah. I do wonder if there's a double meaning or some kind of meaning to this password. Enter. Hidden Hand. Ah, it worked. There we go. The door opened. It's like I said that just as I pressed the button to advance the text. Something is off. This is just a random room in an abandoned building in the sticks. What is this? Bring up IRUO here? I can. No geotags, though. Oh, there's a radio. And a microphone, it looks like. What is this machine, though? Before we do move on, is there anything new here? Okay, I think from here, everything's new. Hi, everyone. Make sure you always say hello, even if you are strong. Even if you are strong, if you can't properly greet someone, you are no true winner. A promise from Mr. Pleiades, excuse me. Since now we have 4 members, maintenance will take 1/4 the time. 1/4 the time. What do I do? I joined the club. Oh, what did I do? I read that wrong. I can reply to this one. I'll reply to that in a second here. I just started watching Robo 1. Can we hurry and get a thin book for Mr. Pleiades? A thin book? I'm a little confused by that. Since we now have 4 members, attaching the servo motor might get easier. Since we now have 4 members, Mizuka might get mad at all the scooters we park in front of the Irie General Store since we visit after club activities. I don't think she would get mad. It's like, why would you assume that, Akio? Pleiades is a bottom, but I can't pick the right partner. Is a bottom? My Kawa-kyun from the last tournament is too gross for me. Yeah. Kyun? I'm pretty sure that's a typo. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be kun. Plus, I think I made that younger male student mad. Maybe I shouldn't have joined. A club president looked very happy, but I should probably say I'm gonna quit. But if I do, then the club president might get sad. Aw, Juna. It's like Juna is at odds. She has a dilemma, and I feel sorry for her. That's a Juna. Welcome! I swear my voice cracked there. Let me try that again. Welcome! It'll be fun. You don't have to worry about anything. We're happy that you joined. Well, Akiho is, yes. Haven't really gotten Kaito's input about it. We already know how Subaru feels. Since now we have 4 members, we can do a 4-machine combination. But 4 is kind of unsatisfactory. Plus, there isn't a famous 4-unit combined robot. If we can get 1 more, it'll reach the aspired 5-unit combine. Let's combine! Alright, let's combine then, Akio. Okay, thanks for today. But, Hidaka-kun? Question mark? Looked like he was mad. He wasn't really mad. Juna, he wasn't really mad. It's like, it just for now, ignore Subaru. Since right now he's the silent member. He's always like that. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it, Juna. Okay. Go back down to the one that I can reply to. Good luck. Think of it as a time killer. Or welcome. Be sure to give Aki-chan a helping hand. Or consider yourself captured. Take it easy. What? Consider yourself captured? Come on, Kaito. Why would you put it that way? I want to say between welcome or good luck here. I mean, Akiho would appreciate the help. I guess welcome, be sure to give Aki-chan a helping hand. Let's go with that. Okay. Something is off. This is just a random room in an abandoned building in the sticks. What is this? The window's sealed with a metal plate. The door itself is sealed with a digital lock. Okay, so the door had a digital lock, so it wasn't a touchscreen. Okay. I almost forget where I am for a moment. It's like this place is connected to another world or something. The door opened via the hidden hand password, which means this place was built by the person who put the report file here. Kimijima Ko. Yeah. He's undoubtedly involved with all of this. Well, of course. Despite the windows being closed in the middle of summer, the room is unnaturally cool. Interesting. How is it cool inside? There's no ceiling lighting, but the red glow helps me get a feel for the room. That's a very bright light. I just stand at the entrance, breathing heavily. It feels like if I make the slightest of noises, I'll be caught by some unknown force. This room... I don't know why, but it makes me tremendously uncomfortable. It's obvious to me that this place is weird. Weird how exactly, Kaito? But I can't put a finger on why it creeps me out so much. It's weird, sure, but beneath that weirdness is this further layer of something unsettling. Like something doesn't feel right. That there may be something here that would be unnerving to see. A cold sweat drips down my back. Before I know it, my cheeks are soaked in sweat. The first thing that catches my eye is a mysterious device in the center of the room. Now, what exactly is this machine? I mean, those 3 big slots there, are those like insertion slots? I mean, they kind of look like they could be. And then I see a little panel to the right of the slots. Can't really make anything out on the screen of it. It's fairly large, taking up most of the space in the small room. The thing is almost as tall as the ceiling. It's got quite the presence, and it's running the boot. Yeah, it's definitely on. The low-frequency humming noise proves it. The LCD screen on it is lit, and there are blue LED lights lit up too. LED, light-emitting diode. A semiconductor that lights up when an electric current runs through it. It has a longer lifespan than an incandescent light bulb. Yeah. Refresher on LEDs. It looks like a giant copy machine. Sort of, but the numbers and flags displayed on the screen are clearly out of place. Numbers and flags. I should stay away from that thing. My instincts are screaming at me. This is on a whole different level than ID or even the Kimijima report I stumbled upon. Why, you ask? Because who in the world is supplying electricity to this device located in a room of an abandoned building? Well, if Kimijima is dead, it wouldn't be him, so it has to be someone who has worked with him, right? ID doesn't know this room, right? So she couldn't be powering the machinery in this room, right? This is actually genuinely absurd. Wasn't this place supposed to be abandoned? Why is there electricity? The Robot Club's hangar doesn't even have electricity. But that's because the hangar was abandoned. Of course it doesn't have a current. So either the electric company screwed up, or this place only looks abandoned and is being used for something else. Like there's something beneath the surface. Look past the facade of what looks abandoned when it's really not abandoned. What the hell is this place? Completely baffled, I look away from the machine. That's when I realize something. The reason I feel so uncomfortable. The digital lock, the strange machine, the running power. It's all weird and surreal. But that's not why. It's not why I feel uncomfortable in this room. Yes, please tell me why you feel uncomfortable, Kaito. It's like I'm inside your head for most of the time in this game. So it's like I feel like I'm not getting inside his head in this moment completely. I don't know, it's a little like he's like a glass half full, half empty, however you want to look at it. He's being like that with his narration. I want him to tell me exactly how he feels, why he feels uncomfortable, and not just how he feels, in the moment. It's like, Kaito, stop being a glass half empty or half full. Be a full glass. It's like that's how I want to describe it anyway. So it's like, give me something, Kaito. In the corner of the room is an old wooden table with a foldable chair. That's the cause. Sitting on the table is something terribly unusual. All that's on the table is a radio and what looks like a microphone. Those don't look unusual to me at all. I initially thought it was an old PC or something, but its shape is too weird for that. Has he never seen a radio? It's about the same size as the toolbox we use at the club. On either side of it, on the other side of its black form are speakers. There are several buttons sitting on its top. Is it some kind of cassette player? Cassette player. Not entirely a radio. Actually, now that I think of it, I think I had a cassette player like this when I was a kid. An audio playback device that used cassette tapes. Popular till the 90s. Yeah, and I was a 90s kid. I think Dad's old one is still in storage. Boldly sitting in front of the cassette player is a mic stand. Yeah, I thought that was a microphone. And it makes sense to think it was placed there to capture whatever audio came out of the cassette player. This is creeping me out. More than the generator-looking machine, and more than the digitally locked door. The cassette player, mic, and folding chair all suggest one thing. That someone's been here, right? Yeah, someone has been here. Someone placed this cassette player and mic there, then put down a chair to sit on. Who? Sure, both the door and machine are undoubtedly man-made and put there by a real person. But this mystery person's unsettling presence comes through stronger from the cassette player and mic. I feel like throwing up. I want to get out of here ASAP. If I get any more stressed out, I could risk getting an attack. And now would not be a good time for that. At least I feel like it wouldn't. But I also can't afford to leave without checking the cassette player. Is there a cassette in there? Why? Because I realized there's a tape in its tape deck. Okay, there is. So, someone left this here for someone to discover, right? Kaito's curiosity is getting the better of him right now. I read online that people used to record things on cassette tapes and listen to them. That would be correct. Long before I was born, anyway. And as if I've been pulled in by the unseen, I'd already pressed the play button. The cassette tape begins to turn. No sound. Watch it be the voice of Kimijima Ko on the tape. Why does it work? Well, I confirmed there's a power cord coming from it plugged into an outlet. There really is power here. Okay, that's a different tone. Huh. I'm just taking in this musical sound here. Haven't we heard this before? And then, all of a sudden, the Kagome Kagome melody begins filling the air of this once quiet room. Juna mentioned Kagome Kagome. She said it was a nursery rhyme. It's like, haven't we heard this before? Or am I just going crazy? Something about it is off, distorted. I listen closely.
警告音は緊急地震速報のものが使われてたらしいんだけど。
Yeah. Yeah, the earthquake emergency alert or alarm, whichever.
届いた内容がちょっと怖くて、かごめかごめの歌詞だったの。
I think back on my conversation with Juna from a few hours ago. This has to be a coincidence, right? I doubt Juna knows anything about this room. Yeah, I doubt that too. It's like, Juna can't have been in here. And I find it hard to believe that she led me here. Yeah. But this is all too much to just be incidental. The more I think about it, the more unsettled I become. I could think about this for hours on end, but I doubt I'd reach an answer.
愛理ちゃん、いる?
That's kind of echoey in here. Hi! Just her voice makes me smile. I look over to the generator-like machine again. Now that I've seen it, I can't just ignore it. I want to curse my own stupidity. Why in the world did I come here? Because you were curious. You are a very curious cat, Kaito. This is all because I couldn't let sleeping dogs lie. That's actually kind of funny, seeing that I just called him a curious cat. The moment I ran into Airi, I was doomed to come here. More like fated to come here. I wouldn't exactly say doomed.
さっき言ってたピーガガガって音の発信源はこの装置なの?
He actually said the noise. I didn't think he would actually say the noise.
アイリはピーガガガなんて言ってないですよ。
It's like, no, she didn't. She imitated the sound, you know, much like Juna did. Only half of it.
ピピープーです。
Although this sound seems to be just a bit different.
そんなニュアンスの違いはどうでもいいんだけど。その装置がこれなの。
これってどれですか？ID は見えてないです。
It's like, will you bring up your phone, droid? Kaito. Come on.
機械だよ。でっかいやつ。
変なものならきっとそうです。
Looks weird? You gotta give me more to go on that. Than that. That's way too vague.
だったらゲジ姉に聞く。
はい、そうしてください。
There we go. Idi's glancing around aimlessly. Now she's curious, isn't she? I guess she can't tell where I'm standing. Without warning, I tap her so as to avoid any further pointless bantering. Oh. That's gonna elicit a smile from me every time.
Access を確認しました。Geji-ne モードに移行します。
旧南種町郷土館の1階に封鎖された部屋があった。君に教えてもらったパスワードで開く部屋だ。そこにある機械は一体何なの？
エギシステムです。
EGI system. And what is that exactly? Geji-ne once again reveals the truth to me without any hesitation.
エギ？
特定の周波数の音をレーダーから宇宙に向けて照射する装置です。
Okay. And that frequency sound is the Kagame Kagame nursery rhyme?
P が音。
Well, the dial-up tone and then the music.
レーダーに1メートルまで近づけば誰でも聞くことができます。あまり目立ちませんが。
Radar? Is she talking about that one metal tower nearby?
あのレーダーって JAXA のだよね。宇宙が丘観測所のものと同じ。
Right, that metal tower that we saw her standing in front of in the beginning of the game, right?
違います。
Incorrect.
違うの？じゃあどこ？
管轄としては不明です。
Huh. So even Geji-ne doesn't know. That's curious.
不明って、何それ？
エギシステムは10年以上管理者不在のまま作動しています。マスターの死亡とともに管轄は宙に浮きました。
And you know, I have been wondering exactly how Kimijima died. It's like, I kind of get the feeling that he was murdered. It's like that's my theory. It's like, but then the question is, who murdered him? Master Kimijima Ko, I'm assuming.
じゃあ、君島公が作ったのは事実なの？
I mean, that's a fair assumption.
はい、
And it's correct.
作った人が死んだのに動き続けてるなんておかしいでしょ。電気代は？
電気代？
Yeah, she doesn't know what that is.
誰かが電気代を払ってなきゃ電気は止められるじゃないか。
はい、
誰がそのお金を？
She doesn't know, does she?
ゲジネは把握していません。
Yep. There we go.
イルオの会社とか。
That's an interesting thought.
幸せ 4U はエギシステム構築には関わっていません。
Okay. Well then. So, Kimijima Ko is the sole creator?
誰が払ってるか調べることは？
ゲジネは検索エンジンではありません。特定ワードに関する情報収集ボットです。
I like that she said that she's not a search engine. I find that funny.
検索はヤシオさん自身でどうぞ。
ああ、そう。
Time to get out of here. Time to leave. If I stay any longer, I really am gonna hurl. As soon as I get outside, I take a deep breath. That was all very interesting. My shirt is soaked in sweat. The evening breeze feels cold because of how moist I am. And she's still there. I sit in place and start talking to Geji-ne again.
で、太陽に向かってピーガー音を発信したら何が起こる？
Toward the sun?
ピーガーではなくピピーブーだと愛理は認識しています。
どっちでもいい。
Why does she have to be so particular about the details? Because she's an AI.
マスターは太陽に対して有益さ、有害さの両面から非常に注目していました。
Right. It's like we need the sun, but at the same time, you know, this sun is extremely harmful. It's like, just imagine if the sun was much closer to the earth. We would burn up.
もちろん太陽嵐は地球全体に影響を及ぼす災いと言えますが、それと同時に極大活動期に入った太陽は魅力的で宝の山だと発言しています。
A wonderful mountain of treasures. Huh. I want to know more about how the sun is a wonderful mountain of treasures.
なんでいきなりスポークスマンみたいに語り出したわけ？
愛理がマスターと過ごした時間はそれほど長くありません。故に保存してあるマスターの言葉もまた多くはないのです。
So I take it then that he was, killed, whether it be from someone else's hand or by his own hand. He didn't get to spend a whole lot of time talking to Airi / Geji-ne. That's unfortunate. Especially since she was his creation.
それらの言葉を愛理及びゲジネは自立行動の指針としています。
So there's a program running to make them sound like they trust their father. Autonomous, but there is an end goal. Is the end goal the Kimijima reports and this EGI system? I have a feeling that there's more to it than just the reports and this EGI system. I just got that feeling.
君島公はこの島で何をやろうとしたわけ？
Yeah. It's like, I love this mystery that we've all of a sudden kind of gotten into this story. It's like, and I fully welcome it because I love mysteries.
機密事項です。
Confidential. Okay.
君島公はどうして死んだの？
マスターは殺されました。
He was murdered. Who murdered him then? Does she know?
Huh?
Her response is so straight to the point that I nearly miss it. He was murdered? She really just said that.
誰に？
Yeah. Who did it? Is it... I wonder if it's someone who we know. If so, oh man, that would be a interesting twist. Oh! That was quite loud in my ear.
該当データは削除されています。
Oh. And I take it that was deleted soon after Kimajima's death. Deleted? You gotta be kidding me. ID is part of IRUO, so the only ones who can delete ID's backup data is the company in charge. Happiness for you. Right. Okay, so... And do we know anyone who works there? I mean, it's not Misane, right? Because she works at XK, right? Or wait, aren't Happiness for You and XK like sister companies? If they are, then, maybe, that Sawada guy, her Misane's boss, I wonder if he might be the one who had murdered Kimijima. Because I kind of get that feeling now, because even though that we haven't seen a whole lot of him so far, he just comes off as the kind of guy who would murder someone. Are they behind this? Was it some kind of internal strife like what you see on the news? Very much could be. No, that can't be all of it. This is getting crazy. A little bit. and it's also getting very interesting. The things written in the Kimijima report are starting to feel more and more real. The report that once looked like the conspiracy ravings of a con artist. If all of it is true, if Kimijima Ko was murdered because of that report, what in the world is going on in Tanegashima? It's like there's some underlying secret in Tanegashima that no one knows about, right? So I mean, in amongst everything that's going on with the Robot Club, we have this huge mystery on our hands. And I feel like, on this note, I'm going to end things here. So, oh my god, this is getting so very, 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 very interesting. And I am very much looking forward to how this is all gonna pan out. Thank you all for watching. And I hope you all enjoyed watching as well. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and subscribe to become part of the pack. And don't forget to claw that bell icon so you know when a new video comes out. And as always, everyone, have a great day or night, wherever you may be. Keep this thought in your head. What is going on in Tanegashima? We will find out eventually.